That thing is completely rusted, and the crank doesn't move.
Well, let's rummage around in the garbage, shall we?
Great! A rusted nut and an unidentifiable iron something. It's the small things in life that bring happiness. As long as the worker is looking the other way, I should take the opportunity. Let's see what Russian construction workers have for breakfast. Hello. So late and you're still working?
Yeah, real funny, huh? You probably think it's hilarious that a poor guy like me has to work so late, and then has to muck around in other people's shit. Real funny, huh? Ha ha.
Wow, you're in a good mood. I wasn't having a laugh at your cost, honestly.
Oh, sorry. I guess I'm a little irritable. Today's actually supposed to be my day off, and... yeah, and now I have to work overtime just because this bunch of soldiers doesn't know how to flush the toilet. You hopefully aren't one of them, are you?
No way, don't worry.
Good. When I catch the person who dumped this shit on my lap, he's going to be sick just thinking of the word toilet.
Yeah, look, could we change the subject, please? My graphic imagination is very well developed, and my stomach is remembering what it had for lunch. Having to work on your day off is, of course, really bitter. That would piss me off, too. Excuse me, a slip of the tongue. Did you already have some plans? Cinema, a few bars, or anything?
Yeah, I wanted to go fishing. Couple of beers, rod in hand.
Yeah, I had a boyfriend like that once.
Huh?
Nothing. Tell me more.
Well, just a really relaxing day. But maybe I can do it tomorrow instead. If only they'd finally pick the right lottery numbers.
The lottery? What is so special about that?
They hold a special drawing in which you can really clean up. You know, I've been playing the lottery for 20 years, never won anything. But today is my lucky day. I could tell when I woke up. All this shit is gonna end today. I'm gonna buy myself a little cabin on a nice river somewhere. Maybe I'll even buy the river too. And then...
Yeah, and then spend the whole day with your rod in the water, I know.
Exactly. The stupid thing is, you have to have every number in exactly the right order. If the first 3 numbers match, you can win something too. But to really clean up, all the numbers must be correct.
That means, in the worst scenario, if you have one wrong number, you can lose completely.
Yup, but I'm gonna win. 856549. I'm gonna have a new life with these numbers.
So the soldiers have screwed up your day off. Did they just turn up all of a sudden?
No, it wasn't that sudden. There've been rumors going around for a few days, but I had no idea there would be this many. I have no idea what they're all doing here.
Hey, you don't mean to tell me that the soldiers are swarming all over this quarter, and you have no idea why they're here?
Well, there are always a few soldiers running around here. After all, it's a military train station. But I haven't seen this many in a long time. I've heard they're heading to Novosibirsk.
And what do they want there?
I have no idea. They don't talk to us. Think they're just better than us. Most of them don't have an original idea in their head anyway. They merely follow their orders. Someone told me there are also scientists with them. And a little while ago I saw large cages. I have no idea what they're planning.
Cages?
Yes. Apparently there are some prisoners on the train. Maybe that's why.
Cages for prisoners? Are they keeping my father like a wild animal? I urgently have to get on that train and get him out. That car over there, is that yours?
No, I think that's been there for a few years now. I don't even know if there are any parts still in it.
I'd better get going then.
Me too.
Hey, a catapult. We used to shoot at tin cans with these when we were children.
Damn! That is the third bulb this month already. What idiot keeps ordering this cheap junk? The story was just about to get interesting.
This newspaper here?
Yeah?
Can I have it?
I guess so. The light bulb just exploded on me. It was really old anyway, and it'll be weeks for sure before anyone replaces it. You have to fill out a form that is signed by the officer on duty and then faxed to the ministry. From there, it goes through 3 committees, and with some luck, I'll see another one before I retire.
Yes, the wonders of bureaucracy are international. What about the newspaper?
Fine, just take it.
Here are the numbers of the special draw. 356549. One single wrong number. The sewage worker will be kicking himself in the ass all day long.
One small manipulation of the lottery results and the big win is perfect. Only short term, but isn't short-term happiness better than none at all?
A slushy serialized novel.
Here, the late issue. You can find out in here whether you can go fishing tomorrow or not.
Yes, I won! I won! I have to go home at once and tell my wife. Oh, what's the point? I'm going straight to my favorite fishing spot and we'll fish all night. And I'll quit first thing in the morning. If you want to marry a rich man, you'll find me down by the river.
I can only hope that he takes his sweet time about resigning.
Even with wheels, that thing probably... I'll try to support this wreck with these bricks.
Good idea. I can use the butter for lubrication. An advertisement for the Gattuso Corporation. Outrageously expensive, insufficient coverage, lousy service. If those are your requirements for a cell phone in today's world, go to the competition. If not, come to us. Gattuso Telecommunications offers the ideal contract option for any requirement, tailored to your needs. Switch now. By now, they seem to be everywhere. I've already received dozens of brochures from them at home.
You look unbelievably strong. Are you really powerful as you look, or is it more fat than muscle?
Well, I do work out a little. After all, I want to make sure my body is still easy on the eyes in 10 years.
Of course, optically, it is really very impressive. Problem with most bodybuilders is that they can pump huge weights and then not manage to open a jam jar.
Hey, wait. Show me the jam jar first.
Oh, have I insulted somebody's honor? I don't have a jam jar with me, but I do have these iron bars.
Give it to me. That's one of my easiest exercises.
Wow, I'm really impressed.
Some of the soldiers have been using that.
I assume that this pipe is for wastewater from the station.
A heavy-duty safety door. The door is open a bit, but it seems to have wedged itself against something. Some of the Done it. It's open. This one's been sprayed red. Is that of any importance? There is no opening for a key or anything like that. Not visible anyway. There is nothing swimming around in there apart from a few objects I'd rather not describe. Either the latter is in an awful condition, or surprise visitors out of the sewage system are unwanted visitors. No, I can't get up there that way. If I stand on the very edge of the rungs, they should hold my weight.
So now I'm inside. Now the only question is where my father could be, and how I can look around without being caught by a soldier.
Hello? Are you all right in there?
What? Yeah. You always do that?
What?
You know, peep on strangers in the bathroom.
I'm not peeping.
What then?
You were making some really strange noises. I just wanted to see if everything was all right. It sounded somehow sick.
Are you from the FSB?
Is that how I look?
No idea. I can't see you.
Well, no, I'm not. Why does everyone here ask me if I'm from the FSB?
Well, they're running around all over here, and I don't want any trouble.
Who does? Why? Do you have anything to fear?
I will if the train's supposed to leave, but doesn't. You see, I dropped the key in the toilet.
Unpleasant. I wish you successful fishing.
Very funny. My problem is also your problem.
How come?
Because I'm the train driver, and it's the key to the train.
Oh, don't you have a spare key?
No, that's why I'm afraid to come out of here. I can't tell anyone that the train can't go anywhere because the train driver lost his own key in the toilet.
No, better not.
Please don't give me up.
Regarding the Secret Service people.
What about them?
What are they doing here?
No idea. I didn't ask, and I hope they won't ask me.
That sounds like a very wise strategy. Where exactly is the train going?
You should know that.
Yes, but we got no such exact explanation.
Well, I'm sure I don't know more than you. And if so, there has to be a good reason for it.
Who's on board the train?
No idea. I'm just the train driver. They only tell me what I need to know. And you? Did you sleep during the briefing?
No, it wasn't especially precise. I thought you might know more.
I nearly blabbed. I should be more careful. That guy is taking his oath of silence very seriously. Maybe someone else is in more of a mood for a chat.
How long have you been sitting here?
About 3 hours.
Isn't that really exhausting?
Yeah, there's a horn you could toot.
Shall we start a choir?
Very funny. Now I just have to make sure I get a handle on my stomach again. What's coming out just isn't normal.
It's true. Sitting on the toilet is like real life. You have to be able to let go. But now is really the time to change the subject. Will you be all right without me?
Sure, I have to.
How is your stomach?
You hear it.
Yes, I can. Did you manage to...
No, I'm afraid.
And
Without that key.
if I get the die... Will you be all right?
Sure.
I'm gradually getting a little nervous. I've been running around here in circles for nearly 3 hours and I still couldn't smoke.
Pull yourself together, Romanova. You know that we are completely understaffed. Most of the soldiers are already on the train. I think you'll manage to survive the next few minutes.
Yeah, I know. But I've already chewed off all my nails. It's starting to get critical.
Romanova, you...
Oh, come on. Just 5 minutes.
Okay, fine. I have to settle a few things, and then I'll take over for you.
Thanks. You're a treasure.
Speaking of treasure, you'll smoke with Yushin at the side entrance. Is that clear? Otherwise, you'll flirt with one of your comrades, and then you'll be gone for ages.
Hey, it's okay. I get along great with Yushin. After all, we both agree that men are better lovers.
Good. I'll be right back, and then you can go on your break.
A small empty plate with a few coins on it. I'm not so desperate that I'd steal from a Russian toilet cleaner. Is there a chance that After my excursion into the sewer, I'd prefer a shower. Washing my hands surely wouldn't be enough. I have never seen a woman pee in a urinal trough. And no way am I going to be the first.
How is your stomach?
You hear it.
Will you be all right?
Sure.
If I just wander in there, no smoking. The guy who took over the job. Let's see if some charming words will get me.
Hello.
Oh.
All alone.
I don't.
Uh-oh. You were
Yeah. What?
Yeah. And they... what is...
Actually, you're not.
Me?
Phew.
Sure. Damn. You were calling...
I'm a.
Oh.
No idea. As soon as
Thanks.
my.
If all of these cigarette butts are from today and all from the same watchman, then he should.
Hey, hello. It's me again.
Hi.
You smoke quite a lot, don't you?
Yeah. I know it's unhealthy, but I simply can't give it up. I've tried everything. That's why I'm glad I get to sit outside. At least here I can smoke. Want one?
Yes, please. It'll be good for my nerves. Isn't smoking forbidden inside the station?
Absolutely no smoking. They probably have stuff stored in there that could raise half of Moscow to the ground.
Oh, what things?
No idea. And to be honest, I don't really want to know. Sometimes, ignorance is bliss.
Very wise words. Thanks a lot for the information.
My pleasure.
Are you out of your mind? I work my ass off for you so that I can set aside 5 minutes and relieve you so you can take your break? And this is the thanks I get?
But I...
Oh, this will have consequences, I swear to you. You know why there's absolutely no smoking here, but this has consequences. There will definitely be consequences.
Hopefully she won't get into too much trouble.
The way he looks, he surely is no longer available. And married for about 20 years. That doesn't seem to bother the owner of this locker, though.
An envelope. I should try it on. If it fits, I may not be recognized as a civilian straight away.
The photo is a bit small, but he looks really cute. And he is in the military, too. Like does attract like.
Water, flow. One should use water sparingly. I'll turn it off again.
There is a small key in it. A sieve at the other end of the pipe is stopping it getting washed away. The sieve is probably there to stop rubbish getting into the pipe system. If I open the valve, the wastewater should flow through the pipe, if there were any water to flow. And as long as none flows, I don't have to turn this wheel unnecessarily. Water, flow. Hopefully the stocking is of a known brand, otherwise the whole effort will have been for nothing.
So, that should do the trick. The key is wriggling in the net. The rest inside, I'll just try to ignore.
Here, I have your key. There are also several other things inside the stocking. You'll have to get the key out yourself, though.
You're a dear. No, really. You really saved my ass. Give me another 2 minutes, then I'm finished here and we can finally go.
And my reward?
Reward? You saved my ass. Isn't the feeling of having done something good enough for you?
Yes, yes, of course.
Do you still need more time?
No, I'm almost finished. Then we can leave.
A 5-digit combination lock. I can forget cracking it just by trying random numbers.
I'd rather have a vodka.
Neither of those gorillas in front of the door looks that pleasant. The big question is, are they keeping someone in or keeping someone out?
In both cases, it makes getting in there a very tempting and interesting thought.
They both look as if they are very unpleasant characters. I can't imagine that anyone could get past them.
He's guarding the train. Hello.
So, comrade, are you coming with us to Tunguska?
Yeah.
Well, it's amazing what a person will do for a couple extra rubles at the end of the month. I also need the permit.
Damn. I must have left it in the changing rooms, but I don't have to go all the way back there again, do I?
Yes, you do. Sorry, comrade, but I unfortunately can't do anything about it. If it were up to me, I would let you in, even without it. But it's unfortunately not up to me. The FSB guys would bite my head off if they found out.
Oh, come on. Nobody has to find out about it.
No, I'd rather not risk it. I heard Solotov screaming. Poor guy.
Solitow? What about him? Where is he?
In the game room. I think they really put him through the ringer. So hurry up and go get the permit. You still have a few minutes. And while you're at it, try to see if you can find the train driver. We've somehow lost him. I had him paged a few times already, but he simply isn't responding. I would look for him myself, but I can't leave my station. And hurry, we're already running late.
Do you know what the agents are doing here?
Working, I suppose?
No. Really?
We're all just doing our job here, and most of them are also really nice. They're people just like you and me.
I suppose you're right.
I think I can save myself the question about the FSB people. No one dares to say a word that is in any way interesting.
Isn't the train driver here?
No.
Maybe you should have him paged again.
Okay, but I don't... 17 calling 48. Come in, please.
48 here. What do you need?
Could you page our friend, the train driver, again? He still isn't here yet.
Again?
Yeah, I know. I can't do anything about it either.
Okay.
Would the train driver please get his fat ass to his workstation and pronto?
Let's hope that it works.
Tell me, do you know why the train is so heavily guarded?
You already know that, don't you? They explained it to us several times, even if I don't really believe everything.
For example?
For example, that the captive scientists were all spies for the enemy. But whatever, it's not my concern.
What do you suspect?
No idea. I just think it's strange that they're being brought to a research station now. But maybe they aren't supposed to do any research there.
What then? Tell me.
Who knows what they'll do with them then. But let's change the subject, because I'd rather not think about it.
No, neither do I. Is everybody already on board?
Yes, almost. We're still missing a couple guys from the FSB, but otherwise everyone should be here.
And all the scientists, too?
Of course. They were all brought on board as soon as we started boarding. Weren't you here yet?
No, obviously not. Were there any problems?
No, not really. But some of them were bound so tightly that they didn't have much of a chance to resist.
Oh, yeah? Good thing, too. Have they all been put into one compartment?
I don't think so, but I don't exactly know for sure. What do you care? You're only responsible for your section and not for the entire group?
Yes, I'm really happy about that. If they so much as touch Daddy, hopefully I'll get into the right compartment. And if I don't, how do I find out where Daddy is? And how do I get there? Well, I'll have to think about that as soon as I get on board. Then I'll begin the search. I'd better get changed again. The guard on the side entrance would start asking all sorts of questions if he suddenly saw me in uniform. Hey, hello! It's me again!
Hi.
Can I ask you something else?
Sure, anytime. I'm bored anyway.
The two men that you came here with.
Psst, we should only talk about them behind closed doors. Or better yet, not at all.
Oh, they are from the Secret Service. FSB, aren't they?
Can you keep a secret?
Yeah, sure.
Good. So can I.
Okay, I understand. But you could at least tell me their names, couldn't you?
If you'll leave me alone about it after I do.
I promise.
Good. Fitizov and Radenkov.
And who is who?
I kept my promise. Now stop asking me questions. Just because you don't care about your health doesn't mean that I don't care about mine.
Thanks a lot for the information.
My pleasure. See you soon.
A two-way radio. There is a sticker on the back with the number 15 on it.
I better put the uniform on again.
A two-way radio. There is a sticker on...
Okay, action. This is number 15. Calling number 48. Come in, please.
Central here, what is it?
Headquarters. Please page both agents Fedosov and Radenkov. They should report immediately to the guard on duty in the freight compartment at the rear end of the train.
Okay.
Next time, I should think beforehand about what to say. It seems it worked out anyway.
Solitow. The poor guy looks really badly beaten up. He's still breathing, but several bones appear to be broken. Also, bad burning on his torso. It looks like he has been tortured with electric shocks. He's got nothing on him, but maybe I can use his dog tags. Crushed syringes. I don't know what was in there, but I'd better not touch them. Is that Solitow's blood? He doesn't seem to have any open wounds, but the blood is still fresh. A car battery. The connected cables make me think that Solitow has had a few electric shocks delivered to him.
Hopefully they'll get the poor guy to a hospital on that one.
Those are Solitow's dog tags. Rank, Private First Class. Service number 31545.
A 5-digit combination lock. 3, 1, 5, 4, 5.
And will the lock open now?
Hey, easy when you know the right combination.
There's something in it. An entry card. That must be the one that I should have got from Solitow. My new name is already on it. Nina Perkova. There seem to be deployment orders in there. Obviously, throughout the whole train journey, the highest state of alarm has been ordered.
They're expecting trouble from some kind of terrorists. That's why it says in the deployment orders that all irregularities must be reported immediately.
I'm obviously not the only uninvited participant in this excursion. The guards will be extremely attentive to their duties. That's not good. Not good at all. There is something here about the exceptional treatment of special guests. Does that mean the prisoners? Maybe I'll find my father on the train. I'd better hurry.
Attention, attention. All passengers and assigned guards should please board the train or follow their orders. The train will be leaving in a few minutes.
Well then, off you go. Welcome aboard the MS Border, on its way to the end of the world.
Damn! The train is leaving. What am I going to do now? I still haven't found any clues telling whether my father is on board or not. On the other hand, if I don't continue the search, I'll never find out. And I don't have any real alternative either, do I?
Let's hope that will turn out right.
Have you found him?
Not yet, but we're following some concrete clues.
That is unsatisfactory. We are running out of time. The project must begin as planned.
A few problems have surfaced in the little Kalenkov.
Don't bore me with details. You don't mean to tell me that you can't handle a couple of amateurs, do you?
No,
Good. Then you know what you have to do.
He talked himself to sleep, a talent that too few people have. Just in time, too. That senseless twaddle was driving me around the bend. People who tell you all about their digestive problems are not the most pleasant folk to share a conversation with. But when they also start to tell you about the effects of the recently enjoyed castor oil, now I can have a little look around in peace. It's big and I don't need it, so I'll leave it here. I don't want to wash my hands at the moment.
Oh, there are the first scientists already. Maybe I can get some information here. However, I should not ask too directly about my father, so that no one becomes suspicious.
Surely I can take one slice. Hello. May I interrupt for a moment?
Psst. Not so loud. Dr. Lesniak is working and is really concentrating. We really shouldn't disturb him. Plus, he's in a pretty bad mood.
What happened? Why is the doctor in such a bad mood?
He's under a lot of stress. We are working on a test series, and Professor Sidorkin wants results as quickly as possible.
I understand. And this Professor Sidorkin gets very angry if he doesn't get results quick enough?
Well, he's okay. But Dr. Lesniak is unbelievably ambitious and naturally tries to finish as soon as possible. And when the doctor is stressed out and doesn't have bread and jam, he can become quite unpleasant.
Bread and jam?
Yes, it sounds strange, I know. But he apparently needs it to reduce his stress. Other people beat the heck out of a sandbag. He eats bread and jam.
Well, we all have our own ways and means to deal with difficult situations. And if he gets bread and jam, he gets a bit more sociable?
Yes, it helps. Unfortunately, he accidentally dropped his glass jar on the train platform. And there's no jam here on the train. I've looked everywhere.
I'll be on my way then. If I find any jam, I'll let you know.
That would be great. Working with him when he is in such a bad mood is really not a pleasure.
Hello. I just wanted to see if everything is all right.
What? Oh, yes, everything's okay. Now, let me work in peace.
Yes, whatever you say.
Yeah?
Excuse the interruption. Can I speak to you for a moment?
As long as Dr. Lesniak doesn't have a successful breakthrough in his experiments, no.
But...
The train can blow up for all I care. I don't want to be disturbed.
It's really...
No!
I should put the light bulb back into the lamp first. Quite a bright idea, really. If I switch on the light, the nice gentleman there may wake up. I'd better be very careful of him.
Which dumbass turned the light on? If I find out, I'll probably get another 15 years in the slammer.
Oh well, he'll definitely calm down soon. At least, I hope he will. So, I've got the bottle of castor oil. His dirty books and his smelly underwear I will very generously leave where it is. In you go. I'm sure that will be delicious. Or not delicious. I think I can say in all confidence that this will be a devastating success. This creation is not ready yet. There is still a certain something missing. Doesn't matter what else I throw in, it's not going to get any better. It's big and I don't need... I have just realized that I haven't eaten for ages. I should be careful that I don't inadvertently bite into that. Not much water goes into the bottle, but it's better than nothing. I've got something here for you. Perhaps it will help improve your mood.
This is for me?
Yes, you do like bread and jam, don't you? I made it myself, just for you.
Thank you very, very much. Delicious. But I must have devoured the bread too greedily. My stomach definitely feels a little strange. Thank you anyway. is delicious.
I'm very happy that you enjoyed it. Has it helped your mood a little?
Yes. I owe you one. If I can ever return the favor.
Then I'll get back to you. Maybe sooner than you think.
Anytime.
Hello. Are the...
Yep. I'm doing much better. It's just one of my quirks.
Yeah, it also when some... What exactly do you do here?
We are studying the regenerative capabilities of certain plants.
Sounds very interesting. How does that work?
The study?
Yes.
We'll both be old and gray by the time I've explained it. Please don't misunderstand me. I don't think you are stupid. But you can't explain it in 5 minutes.
No, that's fine. You're probably right. Would it disturb you very much if I watched you working? I find all of that absolutely fascinating. I also promise not to ask too many stupid questions and not to interrupt.
All right, but don't touch anything. And if you have any questions, I'm sure Alexei will be happy to explain it to you.
Thank you. That's very nice of you.
Are you the only scientists on board this train?
No, not as far as I know. Apparently there are a few on board, but the compartments are separated from one another, and the doors are being guarded by soldiers. That's too bad. It would have been interesting to discuss research results among yourselves. Well, hopefully we'll have enough time for that later.
You have no idea which of your other colleagues are on the train?
No. The only person who has a complete list of the scientists and scientific researchers is Professor Sidorkin.
I'll have to get my hands on this list. Then I'll know for sure if Dad is on the train or not, and exactly where I can find him.
Who is the Sidorkin?
Professor Sidorkin? He is my direct superior and the scientific director of the biologists. You don't know him? He's an absolute genius in his field. There's hardly anyone who knows more than he does in the field of molecular biology.
Oh, that must have passed me by. Do you think I could talk with him for a moment?
He's right next door. But if I were you, I wouldn't bother him right now. He's under a lot of stress and is extremely irritable. And when I say extremely irritable, I mean even more irritable than me when I have to go 2 weeks without bread and jam.
Wow, that bad. Then I'll be careful. Why is he so irritable?
There are a few problems, but I'm not allowed to talk about it. I have to go back to work now. You'll excuse me. I'm not feeling so well. I must have swallowed the jam and bread a little too quickly. Alexei, please continue working here and tell Sidorkin as soon as you have the right result. I've got to go somewhere fast. Very fast.
Phew, that was close. I have only just saved humanity from the terrible Dr. Jekyll.
Oh, thank you very much. Working with him is now so much more relaxed. I owe you one. So if you have any questions, I unfortunately can't tell you everything. I hope you understand that.
Of course. I'm happy that I can see your work at all. A soldier who interests herself for science, that's not a daily occurrence, is it?
No, and certainly not someone as pretty as you.
Oh, thank you. What you're doing here looks incredibly complicated.
Really? It's actually quite simple. These plant samples were exposed to radiation that is very similar to the radiation in the Tunguska region. At first the doses were kept rather low, and were then continually increased. I exposed the samples in that device over there to a flame with a constant temperature, and see what remains from the plant.
You burn plants?
Yes, you could say that. We are trying to determine which dosage of radiation no longer leads to the complete deterioration of the cell structure.
Wow, I even understood that.
Well, I deliberately left out 2/3 of the explanations.
Wonderful. Once in my life, I'm proud of my scientific abilities, and you blow the whole illusion apart.
I'm sorry.
What exactly will you be doing at our destination?
You mean in the research station?
Yes, exactly. There. Scientific assistants also seem to be easy to question on an international level. So, it has to do with the research station. Maybe I can squeeze an odd secret or two out of him. What exactly is your task at the station?
Unfortunately, I can't tell you that. Otherwise, the station wouldn't be a secret.
So, it's secret, is it? Very good. Come on, boy. Tell me more. Yes, I understand. But perhaps you can tell me something which isn't quite so secret. I have unfortunately little idea about biology and chemistry, but it certainly is fascinating, isn't it?
I can only talk about what Dr. Lesniak and I are supposed to be doing there.
Sure.
A long time ago, they discovered that the plants in the region exhibit abnormal plant growth. It isn't a secret. It was all over the newspapers.
Yes, of course.
And now we are trying to influence this growth in a controlled manner.
Fascinating. And what is the goal?
Unfortunately, I can't say. But imagine if we could arbitrarily manipulate the growth of plants. That would solve the problem of world hunger in one fell swoop.
Wow, that really does sound like a huge goal.
Indeed.
What I wanted to ask you was...
Just a minute. If you can pester me with questions, then I can too.
Oh, yes, of course.
It's nothing personal. So, why have so many soldiers been brought into a prohibited zone?
Prohibited zone?
Yes, in the research station and everything. I mean, with the materials and all the people here, you could wage a small war.
Yes, well, I'm not allowed to talk about that. You scientists have your instructions, and unfortunately, we have ours.
Ah, I understand. I willingly tell you everything about our experiments, and I have one little question and get an answer like that.
I'm sorry. I would love to tell you everything I know, but that is very little anyway. It's nothing personal, but what I do know is top secret.
Yeah, it's okay.
I'll be off then.
Okay, see you later.
A little liquid should be enough. It would look a little suspect if everything here were underwater.
Damn, why did the fuses have to choose to blow now? I have to go replace the fuses. Could you watch to make sure no one touches anything?
Sure, no problem.
Thanks.
I'll take very special care that nobody touches a thing in here, apart from my good self.
I'll take the sample out of the glass. What am I going to do with it? I'll just put one inside the other. I can't think of anything else spontaneously.
So hopefully the fuse doesn't blow on me again right away. And in the meantime, I really doubt if I will ever get any surprising results here. What? That can't be! Really? The sample didn't burn up completely? You can see that with the naked eye! I don't even need to do an analysis! I have to tell Dr. Lesniak! And maybe even Professor Sidorkin! This could actually be the big breakthrough! And I had almost stopped believing it would ever happen!
And you are absolutely sure that all the test conditions were controlled and complied with?
I always took random samples and rechecked everything. And I would put my hand into the fire to confirm Alexei's competence. I've worked with him for many years now.
So you performed the experiments. Did you notice anything different?
What kind of difference?
We have to check everything exactly. If the results are correct, it's a sensation. But if we register it as a sensation, and we've made a mistake, then the most we'll get afterward is a job in a natural history museum. So go through everything again slowly. We should look at the analysis together.
I only hope that we didn't miss anything. If the result is really correct, we'll go down in history.
The gentlemen are certainly very enthusiastic about their discovery. I should use this chance to have a look around Sidorkin's office. There won't be much time until this Sidorkin comes back. I'll have a look around his desk first. Maybe I'll find the passenger list at least. The documents are entitled Security Risks and Acute Threats to the Tunguska Project. I'll have a look at that, please. If I understand this correctly, in the last few years, several attacks have been carried out on official and secret research facilities. Documents were partly destroyed, but the culprits also do not seem to shy away from bomb attacks and arson either. Eyewitnesses report seeing men in black robes. It has not been possible for the authorities to capture any of the perpetrators. Then the Secret Service FSB was entrusted with this matter, but has not been able to produce any solid results in their investigations. The assumption that this is the work of political terrorists could not be confirmed. That the attacks are being carried out by a religiously motivated sect is also being considered. I wonder if they are the same men in black robes that Eddie apparently saw and was babbling about. If all that's true, then Daddy has got bigger problems than I feared. It's huge. That's not normal. That must be genetically engineered. Some kind of scientific report about molecular biology. It's nearly all formulae, and those few words are just as incomprehensible. Tunguska Project. Error analysis is written on these files. 2000 to 2003 at the top, and at the bottom it begins with 2004. There's not very much I can do with these in the time I have. The drawer is secured with a very simple, but unfortunately, a very effective lock. The piece of paper reads, "Place all documents in the safe each time you leave the room. Signed, W.I.L." If this safe has the employee list in it, then I should have a better look around here. Maybe I can find out exactly what is going on in Tunguska, and what Daddy's got to do with it.
I thought so. The little toad is a snoop. I noticed you in Moscow at the train station, and not in a good way. Toads remain toads, even when they are wearing clothes. But don't worry, we're going to take care of you now.
What is Kansky doing here in the middle of the night? Maybe I'm wrong, but I have a really bad feeling about him. I should definitely make sure he doesn't catch me. He probably hasn't forgotten the big bump on the back of his head yet. Finally, an answer to my question. I'm curious to see what my Irish colleague has found out.
Hi, Max. It took a little while, but the information you wanted wasn't so easy to get. It was a good thing you sent me the original letter. But I'll tell you more later. For starters, let's talk about the Irish company and the letterhead. This company used to belong to a man named Ken Morangi, and had something to do with plant fertilizer. The company was suddenly closed down, even though business was going pretty good. I unfortunately couldn't find out anything more about it either. Since then, Morangi lives like a hermit on a small island on the coast of Ireland. I've attached a map along with the mail. But now to an even more interesting story. I took a closer look at the letter you sent me. It isn't as empty as it looks at first glance. It apparently uses some kind of invisible ink. Not very imaginative, but it's apparently sufficient enough for people like you. Here are the contents of the letter. I hope you can understand it. Hello, Vladimir. Receive the documents. Copy is underway. We still have to settle the question of the handover. Ken, P.S. The whiskey is still waiting.
Wow, that sure does sound mysterious. Maybe this Morangi knows something that could help us. I'd better tell Nina. I wonder what she's doing right now. Hopefully she's doing okay. I'm really worried about her.
Damn. It is not my day today. First I sit with a bowel-sick psychopath in a train compartment, and now with a rabid dog. I've got to get out of here again quickly. As soon as we reach the next bigger village, they want to hand me over to the authorities. That would be the end of my search, and probably the end of me. Locked. I'll take myself a piece. Locked. I've already got a piece of meat. I get to that bone, the dog... There are a lot of people... So, he should be busy for a while. If I stick the flat side in the flap and then lever it open. There is a vacuum cleaner bag in there. I'll take it out. Do I have to rummage around in that? Yes, I suppose I probably do. A tuft of hair from... an animal. Hopefully no one heard that. Otherwise, my problems are about to increase. The edges of the skylight are full of glass slivers. I wouldn't feel too good about holding on there. I could get onto the roof that way, as long as I don't slash an artery on those broken bits of glass. air coming out of that pipe. I can't see in there from here. I'll take myself a piece. Locked. Are still in there. I'll take them out. There is a fine sieve in the pipe. There is no way the meat will pass through it. There is a fine sieve in the pipe. Let's see if this... are still in. Want me to jump down? The animal presume this belongs to an air conditioning unit. The animal hairs are still in there. There's stuffy air. I can't see.
The window is closed and I am not going to be able to open it from the outside.
That was close.
Okay, let's try this again. If anyone has information about any scientists on board, then it is this Sidorkin guy. In his function as the scientific leader, he must have hidden the information somewhere. I'll take the skull with me, but I won't walk carrying a complete human skeleton.
Open. The statue has clicked into position. A solid wooden plinth. Oh, I can turn the statue, but I can't pick it up. It seems to be anchored to the plinth. I thought Comrade Lenin went out of fashion years ago.
Apparently, the right orientation of the statues triggered a secret mechanism. Soundproofed walls, and then this chair. Are they torturing people in here?
Pretty. There are restraints for hands and feet mounted onto this chair. Has someone been kept prisoner here? It sounds like a mechanism has been triggered, but I cannot see any changes. Pretty. The mechanism in the bookshelf has opened the flap, but there is nothing in there. Strange. Very, very strange. Wow, that was close. I managed to survive an assassination attempt in my father's apartment and the guys from the Secret Service, only to be almost killed by a picture. Life can be strange, can't it? What sort of strange lock is that? If I understand this correctly, I should try turning all the lights off. If I understand this correctly, I should try turning all the lights off. Done. Hopefully the contents are worth the effort, and I eventually get to find out where Daddy is.
Loads and loads of documents. This damn list of personnel has to be somewhere around.
Ah, here. It is definitely divided up into scientists, military, and Secret Service.
It lists more than 100 names in the train alone, and well over 1,000 in the research station. What exactly are they all doing?
Whatever it is, I've got to find out if Daddy is on board the train.
Well then, let's see. After some of the names, there is a cross. Are they all dead? I can only hope that the marks have another meaning.
Daddy's not on the list, though. Not on the train, and not at the research station either.
Does that calm me down or worry me? At least they haven't dragged him off to Russia, but therefore my only good lead has cooled right down.
I'll have to look at the other documents. Who knows? It might help a little further. Here is a file with the title Tunguska Project. I ought to have a look at that. A whole load of formulae and loads of scientific stuff. I'll be old before I understand that. What? What's that?
There is something written here about a Kalenkov report. It really does seem to be from Daddy. He proved in 1976 that the object found in the Tunguska region is of alien origin. On the strength of this report, the government gave the green light to the extension of the research station to carry out experiments on the fragment without any public interference. These experiments led to the discovery that it was possible to influence the behavior of animals when certain radiation fields are modified by the fragment.
After that, the Tunguska project was called into life to improve the technology. Then there are pages and pages of test results. They must have done thousands of experiments on animals. Only, what is the goal? What are they promising themselves? Does it have any military use?
Oh, hello, Oleg. I hope you have good news. What? And Nina? Is she okay? Damn it, how could that have happened? I thought you were gonna keep an eye on her. No, I don't want to calm down. I made that mistake once already, and the result... Yeah, okay. Where exactly? Okay, I'm on my way.
So, if Sergei's information is correct, then this would have to be the military hospital where they brought Nina.
I hope Nina is all right. How could a complete train derail?
They think it was an attack. But for now, we should not care about that. You have to get Nina out of there.
Who, me?
Yes. Alone, you have a better chance of not being discovered. It was a miracle that we got this far without problems. I mean, I gave the research station an extra wide berth. But this close to it, I almost counted on being caught by the military.
Okay. And so now, how do I get in there?
Start thinking.
Great. But thanks a lot anyway for the lift here. Without you, I would never have found it.
No problem. It was a pleasure. You were pretty worried about Nina, aren't you?
Yes. Hopefully nothing has happened to her.
You really like her, don't you?
Yes. Nothing that wonderful has ever happened to me before.
Hey, wake up, boy. You can dream after you get Nina out of there.
Yes, you're right.
So, let's move. We don't have a lot of time. I'll wait here in case you need help somehow. Oh, don't forget, Nina has been traveling under the name of Pakova, and probably has been admitted under that name. And now, good luck.
Thanks. I will probably need it too.